यस्यात्मरतिरेव स्याद आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवा आत्मन्येव च संतुष्टस्तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते. Supported by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada Ki Jai. But for one who takes pleasure in the self, whose human life is one of self-realization, and who is satisfied in the self only, fully satiated, for him there is no duty. Okay. So, in the previous section, we heard that a person, through the gradual upliftment, gradual progress, he comes to this understanding that now, while progressing in this gradual way, the Niskam Karma Yogi may conclude that my prescribed duties are meant to bring me material rewards. I no longer have any material desires. I don't want a son or money or a nice house. I have no desire to go to Swargaloka. I know now that I am not this body. So because I no longer have material desire, I do not need to perform my prescribed duties. So you can conclude like that. Okay, so now one who in full knowledge is above material attachment, he does not need prescribed duties for purification. Still he acts. Why? To set the example for those who are less knowledgeable. Okay. So now in the coming section from 17 to 35, Krishna explains why one freed from material desires should nevertheless perform his duty. He is free from material desires. Okay, but still he should perform his duties. Why? So, 17th and 18th shloka talk about like self-realized soul is free from all material duties. Yes, so one with no material desires and who is already purified has no need of material duties, nor has he any aversion to them. Okay, so here in purport, Prabhupada is saying that a person who is fully Krishna conscious and is fully satisfied by his acts in Krishna consciousness, fully Krishna conscious and he is fully satisfied in whatever he is doing in Krishna consciousness, he no longer has any duty to perform due to his being Krishna. So, because he is already set in Krishna consciousness, he is fully engaged in Krishna consciousness and he is also satisfied in Krishna consciousness. So, no longer has any duty to perform. Now, yesterday we were having this similar discussion that there are still some duties to be done. So, here Prabhupada is saying that no need to, there is a person has no duty to perform if he is fully Krishna conscious and is fully satisfied in his acts in Krishna consciousness. Due to his being Krishna conscious, all impiety within is instantly cleansed. An effect of many thousands of yajna performances. After doing many thousands of yajnas, a person will get some purifications. That is already done. Okay, if he is engaged in the process of Krishna consciousness. So by such clearing of consciousness, one becomes fully confident of his eternal position in relationship with the Supreme. Very important thing here that when the person's consciousness becomes pure, then he is fully aware all the time and he is also confident of his eternal position with Krishna, in relationship with Krishna, that I am the servant of Krishna. So he is fully confident that I am servant of Krishna, so I have no fear now. I mean, he is known, I am now a servant of Krishna, so he will act accordingly, okay, as servant only, now, right? So, for him, there is no other duty to perform because he knows, now I am servant of Krishna, so I have my duty only is Because when I understand that I am servant of Krishna, then my prescribed duty is to serve Krishna only. That is my only duty now. Though no other duties. So why I am saying that other duties are still to be performed? There is no other duties only. Only duty is to, because who are you? If you are thinking that you are an Indian, then you have some obligations, some duties to perform to country India. You are thinking you are a father, then you have some obligations, some duties to perform as a father. But when you know that you are a servant of Krishna, then you have only duty to serve Krishna. So his duty thus becomes self-illuminated by the grace of the Lord, and therefore he no longer has any obligation to the Vedic injunction. So Lord himself will guide him what to do. Such a Krishna conscious person is no longer interested in material activities and no longer takes pleasure in material arrangement like wine, women and similar infatuations. He does not get trapped in this. Okay? So, okay. Okay, so here there is some okay, so Prabhupada has given one lecture where Prabhupada has said something related to this. So here it is plainly said by Lord Krishna, the self, one who is taking pleasure in self. How can we take pleasure in self? As soon as we engage ourselves with the Supreme Self, that is enjoyment. Anandamayo abhyasat. The Supreme Lord is joyful. Lord is Anandamaya. The Supreme Lord is joyful. If you associate with a joyful society or a joyful person, then automatically you become joyful. Okay. So there is no necessity of becoming joyful separately. That association will make you joyful. If you mix with a society of criminals, automatically you become a criminal. There is no necessity of learning criminality separately. So by association you will do that. Similarly, if you associate with the Supreme Joyful Krishna, automatically you become joyful. This is Krishna consciousness. Therefore here it is said, one who rejoices in, that rejoicing is by association with the Supreme, because you are connecting with the Supreme, the Ananda Ghana Bhagavan Krishna, you also become Ananda, you also become full of joy. Okay. So that rejoicing is by association with the Supreme and is satisfied with the self only, with the self. Myself, what am I? Prabhupada is saying, my identity is that I am an eternal servant of God. So as soon as I engage myself in the service of God, that is my self-realization. And if I enjoy in that self-realization, then I have no other duty. I have finished my duty, my sacrifice and everything is complete. That's what Prabhupada is saying, that if I understand that I am servant of Krishna, then my only duty is to serve Krishna. And if in serving Krishna I am happy, I am satisfied, then why I have to do other thing? What is the point? Why? There is no need only to do any other thing. So, no question whether I should perform Pitra Tarpan or not, or whether I should do this or that, puja, Ganpati puja, or so many things. I understand I am servant of Krishna, so my only duty is to serve Krishna, because that is my identity, na? My identity is to serve what is my identity? Servant of Krishna. Jiva Sarupa Krishna Nitya Das, and it is eternal identity, it will never change. So that is my original identity, that I am servant of Krishna. So my duty becomes to serve Krishna, and if serving Krishna I am happy, then why I will go and work for others? So that's why Prabhupada is saying that my identity is that I am an eternal servant of God. So as soon as I engage myself in the service of God, that is my self-realization. I understand now. Self-realization is Atma Sakshatkar. What is that? I understand who am I, and I do activity as per my original identity. And if I enjoy in that self-realization that I have no other duty, so I am enjoying serving Krishna, so I have no other duty. I have finished my duty, my sacrifice, and everything is complete. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Okay. So, in this, Prabhupada is saying that the other day we were narrating the story of Shukadeva Goswami. He was a very handsome 16-year-old boy. Who? Shukadeva Goswami. One day he was walking naked by the river, and the girls who were also naked were taking a bath. Realizing the saintliness and innocence of the young man, they were in no way embarrassed by their own nudity. Later on, his father Vyasadeva, author of all Vedic literatures, was passing by. Because he was a worldly man, a householder, when the girls saw him, they covered themselves. So the stage of Shukadeva Goswami is Atmarati, self-satisfied, doesn't care for anything of the world. He is aloof. He is aloof from the world. We should not imitate Shukadeva Goswami and become naked. So Prabhupada is giving example of Sri Shukadeva Goswami, that how he was just aloof because he was just happy in him only. Okay, he was happy in him, Atmarati. So when he walked from there, all these girls, they just saw him, and there was no sense of that kind of thing. So that they didn't cover themselves. But when Vyasadeva came, they started covering. Vyasadeva asked this, why you are doing that? My young 16-year-old boy, naked completely, he walked from here, you did not cover yourself. But now I am an old man wearing full dress and going like that. But still you are. So they said because he did not have any difference. Okay, he just, for him the whole world doesn't exist for anything. There is no difference. Everything is like useless. So for him, when we saw him, we didn't feel any this thing. But because when you are coming, then there is a difference. Okay. So that's the point. Yeah. So that's why for one who takes pleasure in the self, whose human life is one of self-realization, and who is satisfied in the self only, fully satiated, for them there is no duty. So who has no duty? This is the answer. Naiva tasya krite nartho na krite nehe kashin na chasya sarvabhuteshu kashidyartha vyapashraya. A self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties. A self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties. No purpose. He will do his duties, but he has no purpose, nor has he any reason not to perform such work, nor has he any need to depend on any other living being. So a self-realized man is no longer obliged to perform any prescribed duty, save and accept activities in Krishna consciousness. He is no longer obliged to perform any other duties, but accept the duties in Krishna consciousness. So Krishna consciousness is not inactivity either, as will be explained in the following verses. Some people may think that I don't have to do any job, just become Krishna consciousness means don't do anything. No. A Krishna conscious man does not take shelter of any person, man or demigod. Whatever he does in Krishna consciousness is sufficient in the discharge of his obligations. He don't have to go for some devata or some other this that, but whatever he is doing this is very important statement of Prabhupada, that whatever he does in Krishna consciousness is sufficient in the discharge of his obligation. Because whatever he is doing in bhakti to serve Krishna, so that will make all obligations fulfilled. That's it. Okay. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, this Hare Krishna, this Sankirtan movement, okay, So the first result will be that your heart will be cleared of the dust accumulated over many lifetimes in this material situation. Cheto Darpan Marjanam. Just like we are sitting in this loft in Prabhupada saying here that just like we are sitting in this loft in Bauri street and dust is coming in the room and collecting layer upon layer, similarly by association of this material contamination we have accumulated so much material dust in our heart, like when in the room on the mirror or on the glass so much dust comes like that from many millions of birth, we have not cleaned our heart, so much dust is there. Our progress in spiritual life, our progress in spiritual realization is checked only because we have a misunderstanding of our identification. Very important sentence. Prabhupada said that why we are not able to progress in bhakti, because we have a misunderstanding about our identification. Because still I am thinking that I am an Indian, I am a boy, I am a Brahmin, I am a Kshatriya, I am a Pakistani, I am a this, that, I am still thinking that. So, because of this misunderstanding of our identification, our spiritual progress is slow or checked. The identification is that I am this body. What is that identification? Misunderstanding that I am this body. And what is the right identification, right understanding? That I am the soul. Okay, so in this way, Prabhupada is saying that because of this only we are not able to progress in bhakti, or our progress is stopped. Okay, so Shastra and Guru assigns one duty according to person's material attachment. One is given activities to purify him while letting him fulfill his desires in a regulated way. The only person free from duties is self-realization. Is the self-realized person because he has no desire to fulfill nor any purification to achieve. So for people like us, there is no confusion. You have to go to our Guru and they will assign us some job, some service. You do this thing. That is your prescribed duties. That's it. So that is your prescribed duty. That is your devotional service. Everything. Okay. So, how a Krishna conscious person is free from all other obligation and prescribed duties except Krishna consciousness? It is because Krishna consciousness purifies. Due to Krishna consciousness, all impiety within is immediately, instantly cleansed. Okay, as soon as you start bhakti, his impurities starts getting washed away, and he becomes fixed in his identity because his consciousness is clear. So he becomes very fixed that I am the servant of Krishna. And then when one understands his real identification and his relationship, and he is aware, when one is aware of his relationship with Krishna, then Krishna gives him mercy and he becomes self-illuminated by the mercy of Krishna. And in this way, this person is no more interested in any material activities and he loses all the material interest. Okay, and then this Krishna conscious person does not take shelter of any person, okay, any man, any demigod. And in this way, because he is not taking shelter of anyone, why? Because he is now Krishna conscious, he is completely under the shelter of Krishna. And then this person is in this way, Krishna conscious man does not take shelter of any other person, man or demigod, and in this way he becomes free from all obligations. Okay, so because a person is fully fixed in Krishna consciousness, that's why he is free from all other obligations. Okay. So now in 19, 20 and 21, it will be said that these kind of people, these great people, Krishna conscious people, they are fully fixed in Krishna consciousness, so they are not obliged to do other duties and towards other demigods and all those things. So, but still these people perform their prescribed duties. They perform their prescribed duties without attachment. Why? So that they can set a proper example for the common man. Okay, so that section we will discuss in the next class from 3.19 onwards. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granth Rashman Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Anant Koti Vaishnavind ki jai. Hare Krishna. Any question? If you have any question, you can please ask. Hare Krishna. Okay, then we can disconnect if there is no question. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.